They're gone. All right, here we go. Here we go. Media Day, number 11 for me at Michigan. So it has been an interesting preseason, summer preseason, changing coaches, a lot of scholarships to fill for 18. We've been trying to do a lot of things and get the team ready. I do not think that it's the last couple of years we've been really spoiled. And 2 years ago we had Mo, and that was like the only new guy. Last year we had 3, and none of them had to be great last year to make us good. Now we're trying to get all the young guys that didn't play last year. There's 4 of them, and then 3 new guys, 7 new guys, really, 8 new guys counting Charles. And what I'm remembering right now, that when they're on the scout team, when they're freshmen, or especially on the scout team, they're not as accountable. We're watching the other guys. So there's Charles and Austin have to make big improvements where they showed great flashes of talent last year. Maybe fundamentals weren't emphasized enough with that group. And now the young kids are always the same. It's always fundamentals, fundamentals. I'm talking about things that aren't changing. I change like the wind in basketball. But are you in a stance? Are you talking? Are you catching the ball with 2 hands, 2 feet? Are you embracing physicality? That's never going to change. And getting the new guys to do that has been a bit of a challenge so far. So we just keep working at it and working at it. I think we've had just average practice. Intensity in practice is really good. It's really good. But we'd say every day, how are we going to play hard or are we going to play smart? We're not playing as smart as we will as you just watch the progression this year. But that'll be the hope with really 6 new guys out there. And only 3 guys with any type of real game experience. It's going to be a process, and we know we're going to embrace that. So I'd love to answer any questions that you have. It's going to be a great day with you get a chance to talk to 3 new assistants who are, or 2 new assistants, or really 3 with Sadi 1 year. They're not good. They are great. They are great. Well, one thing we've been able to do is each time that we had a coaching change, we were able to address the needs that next team needed. And I think we've hit home runs with all 3 of these guys in the last 2 years. And I think you'll see that as we make progress. So that's good. Attitude's been good by everybody on the team, and we're just trying to get better. But we're not very good right now. But we'll continue to grow.
You guys can just remember to help me with the microphones. Daly, you want to start something?
Coach, you knew you were going to have Xavier Simpson and Eli Brooks on the roster. What made you decide it was necessary to go out and get a grad transfer point guard?
Just flat out inexperience, really. We had Xavier last year, playing 5 or 6 minutes a game, and Eli coming as a freshman. If there was an experienced player that we felt that was a Michigan fit and was a guy that had a lot of experience, we thought we'd just better be sure. And so we were really feeling. I think it was even before DJ left that went pro that decision was made, and it was we said we got a pretty good front line, I think, coming back here, and let's make sure we have that quarterback, that guy, and let the cream rise to the top, and they're really competing.
Right down in front with Casey.
Casey Campbell, Jr., NBC Sports. Hi, John. How are you?
Hi.
Wanted to ask you about the Big Ten schedule this year, playing 2 conference games in December. What do you think about the changes this year with the conference tournament?
Well, it beats the idea that we're going to try and squeeze 18 games into just January and February. I think we're also cognizant of having some type of break at Christmas time for these kids. Our schedule, some guys here have been longer than I've been here, but I can't imagine a tougher Michigan schedule ever than we have right now. I think when we got here 10 years ago, we were playing on an average of 18 or 19 BCS games. This is like 24 or 25 BCS games. And we got 5 in a row, and probably, depending on what happens in Maui, we're going to have 7 or 8 done before Christmas. So it is what it is. Everybody in the league has to do it. I do like the idea that you go into 20 eventually and having these games. For us to get UCLA and Texas to go home and home is not an easy thing. And every year you're always struggling. How can you get that quality opponent on Saturday in December when they've already played an exempt tournament? So I think this is really good. We can get better games here at Chrysler and certainly be challenged on the road.
Thanks, John.
Right over here.
Austin Davis has flown a bit under the radar. What role do you expect for him this season?
We're hoping right now he's one of the three bigs. I would say right now John Teskey has probably played better than him at this point. I'm just telling you, last year scout team would score 16 points and he might score 12 of them, right? Now accountability and defense and all these things are other things that he's got to get better at. And so he's a guy whose body has really changed. He's got to play like his body's really changed. I know he will. But there's another level. He's one of those guys that when he gets to 212 degrees, when he's boiling, he's going to be really good. But he's got to get there first, and he's shown that in just stages. Love the kid. He's going to be very good once we get that little bit more intensity from him.
Right down in front, Chris.
We saw a glimpse of Eli last night.
Yes.
Has he been finishing like that all?
Yeah, he's been pretty good at it. His percentages for a guard, I think he's shooting 50% from twos. That's really good for a guard. So, and threes, he's shooting high percentages both spots. So he's shown a real unique ability to catch on very quickly to many of the things. And it's not like they've learned everything they're going to learn by now. So we've had that before early. Man, they're getting everything. And then once they get to that, they can add and subtract. Now they're going to have to counter and make good decisions with this evolving game. Then they flatline a little bit. So we hope he doesn't flatline.
And then how much do you expect to play him off the ball? And is it really kind of a two-man competition at the point guard at this point, or is he?
No, it's all three.
Okay.
It's all three. We have a scrimmage coming up Sunday. I have no idea who I'm going to start. It could be any three of those, any one of those three. That is the honest truth. We cannot. We just talked about it. We can't tell you that. So I would expect that to be revolving a little bit, and hopefully somebody wins it down the line. We might have a quarterback controversy. A three-man quarterback controversy.
All right. Coach, how has Xavier progressed so far offensively through the first few practices?
He's doing a lot better. He shot the ball really well. Like last year, offense was he really helped us defensively. We all know that. Offensively, still there was, there's some things that like most freshmen he was still evolving, and has done a much better job with that stuff. So he continued. He's a high energy guy. His catapult numbers are the best of the team. Where he's like Derek Walton numbers as far as his intensity in practice. Skill levels improved a great deal, and he's a great kid to coach.
Right over was Zach.
No, last season when we was on scout team, Charles, it was a lot about his defense and
Yep,
playing
yep.
the role of other guards.